Cockroach Janta Party has been staging protests, remember, at the Jantar Mantar for over a month, demanding the resignation of the Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan over the alleged NEET paper leak and several other issues. Security agencies continue to monitor the situation closely, with the Delhi police and the RAF personnel maintaining a strong vigil around Jantar Mantar and key routes leading towards the parliament. The visuals are on your screens right now. On one side, you can see how there was panic when the police and the RAF were trying to carry out a mild lathi charge to disperse the crowd that was heading towards the parliament. And on the other side, you can see heavy security deployment outside the parliament to ensure there is no untoward incident that takes place as far as any of these flash protests that may take place, or any other entity who has not gotten any prior permission to enter the parliament premises. If at all an episode like that happens, there is enough security to contain that, to ensure that the legislative business of the House doesn't get disrupted. Those visuals are on your screens right now. Now, while the parliament is on, of course, there is a cordon around the parliament to ensure that there is no gathering of people allowed around the parliament. This is going to be a high security zone. My colleague Brijesh Pandey joining me right now to get us a better understanding of the heightened sense of security within the parliament premises. Brijesh, of course, we are putting out these visuals on our screens right now. On one side, we are showing how the RAF tried to disperse the crowd with mild lathi charge. On the other hand, these visuals are telling visuals that the government is leaving no stone unturned to ensure that the safety of the MPs and the parliament is secured. There is heavy deployment of the security within the parliament premises and outside, as there's no gathering allowed in this high security zone whenever the parliament is in session. But is this any different, or is this specially done keeping in view the protest march that was set to head towards the parliament?
Usually whenever there's a parliament session, there's a massive security layer which is thrown in and around parliament area to make sure that nothing untowards happen, to make sure that the forces are there to prevent any kind of eventuality. Now what is surprising for me, if you ask me, is the fact that the government was aware of the protesters march, CGP's protester march towards parliament, and the fact of the matter is that they were able to reach the Rail Bhavan and Shastri Bhavan and Press Club. You're aware of the area where it's barely a stone throw distance away from the actual parliament, and they sat on dharna, they tried to march ahead, and it is then when the RAF resorted to firing tear gas shells and lathi charge to disperse the crowd which had gathered there. But I think this should have been stopped, if you ask me, security wise, much before, because the distance between Press Club, Shastri Bhavan and Rail Bhavan to Parliament is barely a few meters.